We're back with Captain Toad. He's back at it again. Now, we all love Captain Toad. That game was pretty good. The character itself was pretty neat, being a lot more unique than like the 86,000 Toads you saw in Sticker Star. Captain Toad was always being one of the more unique characters, trying to prove a point where, hey, even if it's a simple, decent change of clothing can make you a much more interesting character. And honestly, his video game career is pretty good in that regard. So we're going to be taking a look at his, game, obviously. So get your overrate backpack that's so damn heavy you can't jump, and let's kick it off to some treasure tracking. We all know Captain Toad, first making his epic appearance back in the Mario Galaxy games, mostly for talking to him and getting some stars. Of course, having a couple levels on, in Super Mario 3D World you could play for every second world or get so. You had to collect all the green stars in order to, beat the level. So pretty good designs it had there. So yeah, especially the only difference really being that really depended on whether you were on Switch or Wii U, so there's that. And also making its appearance in Mario Odyssey as well. Mostly just talking to him and obviously getting a star that way. Quite simple, but hey, it's still pretty cool he made a cameo in some way in these games. This level of the game being your simple tutorial, walk around, you know what to do, simple controls like that. Collect the star here, a fake out, you think the game's already over for a funny joke. But it turns out it really isn't, because now Toadette's going to get captured by a giant-ass bird that has one of the most, I just want a star because I feel like it. That is his entire motivation. Level, of course, it's like 3D World, just styled in a more puzzle and a little bit more slower kind of way, obviously, because of Toad's vastly different movements, because, he can't jump with the giant-ass backpack. Collect all 3 gems and a star in order to beat the level. And also, at the end of every level, you have a secret objective you can only figure out what to do once you beat it. It's either where it's collect all coins, find the golden mushroom, stuff like that. And also, each level has its own unique mechanics, and obviously level designs and themes. So once again, it comes to think like 3D World or 3D Land. Every level is always different, isn't constantly the exact same theme. New Super Mario Bros. That controlled really well, probably because once again it's half Super Mario 3D World. But hey, what's more of a good thing, right? It's always enjoyable to come back to this level and just feel how good it is to control this game like you're playing it in 3D World, but just a little bit slow. What about the bosses? It's kind of just this giant dragon, giant bird for almost every single boss fight. Though it is neat how in the level you have to play it like a normal level. Well, instead of fighting a boss, you got to avoid also attacks and play it essentially like a normal level. And that's a really cool idea, obviously. Trying to avoid attacks while beating the level and getting up there while still collecting all the collectibles and doing the objective is a really nice touch for boss battles, obviously. It's not like Mario half the time where it's just hit the boss 3 times and then you win and that's the entire thing in like 30 seconds. It's pretty cool, though with the giant bird, this last actual fight is just throwing turnips in the most simple way possible, so, There is one cutscene where you can ride on the dragon, and, you don't get damaged, but I guess it's cool. And also, they do have different variants of the bosses with different attacks and layouts, but it still feels way too similar. It's the same boss multiple times. At least with the Switch version, you have another boss, giant bird, I forgot, which you're running on a platform trying to get hit by all these attacks. So it is pretty neat, but I still shame how you didn't come up with more good bosses just making multiple variants of the same thing. The cutscenes look pretty good. This is Nintendo. One of the things that's always going to look good are the cutscenes. They look pretty cool seeing Toad and Captain Toad and Toadette doing all this. It looks so good. It looks very good. Of course, one of the most obvious differences between the games is the bonus levels. Of course, with the Wii U version having the, Mario 3D World levels, playing the exact same levels of, 3D World, but more in a Captain Toad way, because they've been modified to play a Captain Toad, as once again, he can't jump with the big-ass backpack he's carrying, so they're pretty good. You got the Odyssey levels, not like the open world ones, but more of a level style version, like 3D World, but more Odyssey themed, and that's another really cool idea. Look out, dude, what am I playing? These are so good. And also, I like the minecart section with the first person view. That was a pretty neat one. I like that one. That's a really cool one. They should really do more stuff like this often. I want a whole Captain Toad level like this. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. This game is amazing. A puzzle-focused version of 3D World is amazing. And I really wish they made more versions of the game than just porting it like 2 other times. Really wish they go back to that idea in the future because this is a really good game. That was Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. When it comes to another way to play like another Mario game in a 3D World style, but like in a different way, Captain Toad does a lot of really good on that. For being a pretty unique character, having a fun gameplay style, and overall just already being part of a well-established franchise that you kind of gotta like the guy anyways. Dude, these games are so good, and here's me hoping they make another one in the future that will probably never happen. They'll just give us another 2D Mario platformer with new super whatever in it. That'll be ridiculous. Hey, I'll see you next time for Yu-Gi-Oh! Dynasty Pokemon video game. See you next time. See ya.